actually, it feels really good to get an applause in this stadium. It's never happened before. I mean, honestly, who needs Tim McGraw when you got Charles Billingsley? He does have a deal though, so.
Hey Tim, when we were together the other day, we were joking about some of the ways that people sometimes tease you about your throwing, and then he reminded me that he threw good enough to beat the Chargers last time you were here. So, yeah, so we're all humbled again, and we're back ready to talk a little bit.
That was a fun day. That was a good day.
You know what? This is a great place. Many of us have been here many times and have seen some incredible games and great outpouring of courage. And here we are today on Father's Day to talk about how wonderful it is as men and men of God to be courageous in this world today. And I know you've had a great example in your own family. In fact, I talked to your dad on the phone this week and tried to coax him into coming down here for Father's Day, but he's busy preaching the gospel somewhere else.
He is. Him and my mom are speaking at some church in some part of the country, so they're out doing their thing. And you know, it was funny, before I even woke up this morning, I wanted to send him a Happy Father's Day text, and he had already sent me one, Happy Son text. And so, I am very blessed to have a great role model.
Yeah. What are some of the more important lessons that you learned from your dad?
Well, so much as a young boy and growing up, you think that it's about what your dad's going to instill in you, what your dad's going to tell you, how your dad's going to talk to you. And for me, it wasn't about any of those things. For me, it was about watching my dad. Because he could say whatever he wanted, but I watched him, how he acted, how he was, how he treated my mom, how he treated my 4 siblings. And that's where I learned the most from my dad, is because it wasn't about what he said, it was about what he did in front of me and my siblings my whole life. And time when I was 8 years old, and my dad would leave every summer for 5 weeks and go to the Philippines. And so he left and he came back, and me and my brothers, my mom, met him at the airport. We were so excited to see my dad. And so we ran up to the gate, we gave big hugs, we went and we got in the car, and my dad was like, I gotta make a quick stop. So we were driving home, we pulled into Blockbuster, back when there actually were Blockbusters. And so we said, y'all wait in the car. And he went inside. He rented a VHS at that time, and he came back out, got in the car, we're like, Dad, what is it? What are we going to watch? He was like, just wait, I'll tell you when we get home. So we went home, and he sat me and my 2 brothers down on the couch, and the rest of my family was there, but it was just about me and my 2 brothers. And he looked at us and he said, guys, I know that you are all ambitious, that you all have goals that you want to accomplish. And he said, I want to help you do whatever I can to accomplish those goals. He said, I promise you, if you have love for what you do, like the man in this movie, if you have passion for what you want to accomplish, like the man in this movie, and you're willing to sacrifice as much as the man in this movie was willing to sacrifice, I promise you're going to be successful. And he went on to play the movie Braveheart, and it might have been a little much for an 8-year-old, I'll give you that. But ever since then, that was my favorite movie, and it had the biggest impact on my life. Because every time I go to practice from then on out, I always think about what my dad said to me. Do I really love what I'm doing? Am I passionate about it? And am I willing to sacrifice more than everybody else is willing to sacrifice? Because those 3 things are very easy to say, they're very hard to do. Do you really love what you do? Are you passionate about it? Passion isn't something that comes and goes. Passion is something that comes from deep down. Are you really passionate about it? And are you willing to sacrifice? Because if you have those 3 things, and whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, I think you're probably going to be pretty successful.
Yeah, that's true. And be a champion.
Well, I was just talking with his grandsons who are, young athletes and want to make it to the next level, and I was just sharing with them that, just talking to them about, just my path, and they're asking questions, and I was telling them, and they said, well, isn't it all about talent? I said, it's not all about talent. I mean, yes, that has a lot to do with it when God touches you when you're in your mother's womb, and some people are born to run 4.3s, and some people never want to run 4.3, but a lot of it has to do with how you train, with your work ethic, with your character, with your integrity. And one of my favorite quotes that I was sharing with them is, hard work beats talent, but talent that work is hard. And I also shared another quote with him that somewhere he is out there training while I'm not, and when we meet, he will win. And I was sharing those quotes with them to try to inspire them that it's not all about talent, that hard work cannot beat talent, but talent that work is hard. And you can go out there and you can train and you can push yourself, and you can accomplish a lot of things by having a great attitude, by having a great work ethic, and by having the 3 things that I was sharing earlier, by loving what you do, by being passionate, and being willing to sacrifice more than anybody else.
Amen. Hey, yeah.